Good evening, guys. Welcome to TMXing Adventures. My name is Lisa Keegan, and I was going to do a cauliflower couscous for you tonight. However, it is late and I am running behind schedule for dinner for the kids. So you're going to just see my quick and easy dinner. So when it gets to 6 o'clock or 10 past 6 like it is now and the kids are hungry, this will be ready within half an hour. It's more like a 20-minute meal. So come today and I'll show you how quick and easy it is to make this when you're pressed for time. So this is called the creamy tomato and salami fettuccine. My kids make it. They make it all the time really confidently, and we do make it dairy-free, gluten-free. So come and I'll show you how. The first step is to grate some cheese down. I'm going to skip that. We never bother with the cheese. So fast forward those steps. So I love how with the Thermomix you can just step it past those steps. You don't have to do them. Obviously, if you want to do cheese, you can do cheese. Skip the dry the mixing bowl though if you have done cheese, okay? Don't worry about it. First things first is a brown onion. Hey Trace, hey Denise, lovely to have you on today. Half a brown onion. I normally just use whole brown onion, okay? Just because she is half, I don't know. Garlic clove. I'm all out of garlic. I'm going to use some garlic flakes. Okay, I'm going to use the rest of that. It's actually really humid here at the moment. Anyone else have trouble with their garlic and onion going solid? All right, it is quite normal when you're in a humid climate. They both suck in moisture really well. I don't know if you've ever heard the old wives' tale that if you were sick to cut an onion or a garlic and leave it beside the bed, particularly onion, and it sucks in it's supposed to be antifungal, bacterial, I don't know, and suck it in out of the air. That's kind of what happens in your containers. No matter how well you seal them, eventually they'll go solid, okay? I tend to get flakes because it's easier to break the flakes back up. Powder can just go like concrete. All right, so I'm going to use that today. Next, some parsley. I'm skipping the parsley and on with the lid. So what are you guys having for dinner tonight? I can see Trace has actually had this for dinner. What are the rest of you guys having for dinner? You can hear that's done and done super quick. The next thing is to actually add some veggies, which I'm going to really oddly skip. Normally you guys would see me not scrape down the sides. You guys know I don't do that, but you normally see me add veggies and stuff to it. All right, I'm in a hurry. I'm going to skip it out altogether. Okay, so it says half a capsicum. I've used red, green, yellow. It's beautiful with all of the above. Then it says zucchini. Now the reason I'm not doing zucchini is we've actually frozen all our zucchinis. We've cut it into little chunks about 1 centimeter. We had an abundance, so we've frozen it, and no need to par cook it or anything like that. We just dice it and freeze it. So ordinarily I chuck it in, but I know that it's going to slow the process down a little bit because it's frozen. So I'm just going to skip that as well. I would normally chop that for 3 seconds, speed 5. I would ordinarily chuck in a carrot, some spinach, broccoli stem, all that stuff. All right. Today we're just going plain tomato. Now some oil, 30 to 50 grams. I am just going to go Oliver style. And hey Sally, you're having leftovers tonight. That sounds amazing. On with the lid so that you don't get onion eyes, and we're going to just spin that dial up, and it's going to go 3 minutes, 120 degrees, speed 1. Now ordinarily in your kitchen it's a great time to prep your next lot of ingredients, and in this one you'll need a tin of diced tomatoes. You'll need something that's cream based, so I have used cream cheese before, I've used cream, I've used coconut cream, which is what I'm using today, I've used yogurt, all of the above. Or you could just go without, and then it just makes it a straight tomato, not creamy tomato. Okay, works just as well. You'll need some pasta. We're using gluten-free pasta. You'll also need some water. Now the water is important because it's actually what sucks in and hydrates the pasta, the dried pasta. If you were using fresh, you wouldn't need this amount of water. Now I'm actually going to use leftover whey from my cheese making course, so I'm going to use that instead of the water content in this recipe. The other thing you'll need is your trusty veggie stock. Okay, that is a vitally important ingredient in this recipe. If you skip it out, you will be very sad you did. You will totally notice the difference if you skip your veggie stock. So do have that on hand as well. Then the other two things is you need your pasta, and you also may need protein. So sometimes I will do this with a ham or a salami, very rarely a salami, more a ham or a bacon. Sometimes I'll use leftover cooked chicken, or raw chicken can go in. Anything like that can be put on top of the pasta to go through, and it will cook then through with that pasta. Today I'm leaving it completely vegetarian, and it's just going to be what it is, tomato and pasta. All right. So that's how I'm going to do it, just to save the time as well. So, hey Claire, how are you today? A family favorite using chorizo. Yum, and you use double the meat. Oh, perfect. Sounds yummy. So, very shortly we'll be done. Now, I am going to speed up this process even to the boil. However, it is 6:15 and my kids will be dying of hunger any time now. All right, they will be telling me about it, I can guarantee it. I think they're having showers and cleaning their rooms. So I'm going to skip straight ahead. I'm going to show you how I speed up this recipe. Obviously, it's a little bit nicer probably if you do it fully as it's supposed to be, but time is of the essence. So first things first is your 400-gram tin of Roma tomatoes. In they go. This is making your sauce. Okay. Next up, it asks for 300 grams of water. So I'm actually going to rinse out my tin by using my weigh. I'm just guesstimating that it's probably about 3/4 of a tin. And is that on 0? Yeah. A bit more required. Does anybody else do that trick to rinse out your tin where you actually put the liquid in your tin and swirl it around? And then you've got your coconut, well, I've got coconut cream, but your creaming element, so to speak. Shepherd's pie, cottage pie. Oh, many things happening tonight. Wish I was at your house. I don't even know what Greg and I will eat. So the kids will devour all of this. This will easily serve the 4 of them. You can see how thick that coconut cream is. And there will be none left for us, guarantee it. And I will also steam them. We've got some corn that's come off the veggie gardens, which I need to show you guys on stage. And I'm going to steam some of that for them as well, because they'll be very full by the end of that. Okay, last thing up is our beautiful veggie stock. And it says 1 tablespoon. In that goes. If you like things salty, you could put a little bit more in. We don't do too much salt around here. Now, on with the lid and the measuring cup. Now, I'm going to skip that. This is where I get a bit wayward. Now, I'd normally say we're bringing it to the boil to hold the integrity of the pasta. Today, we're actually, for ease of use, going to skip that. Now, I have done it before, and it works perfectly fine. It was in the caravan. I was doing a demo online when I was traveling, and I was very concerned that I'd completely muffed up dinner. All right, but it worked out perfectly fine. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to show you the final product with a photo later. So I'm going to actually go straight to putting the pasta in. So I know the theory as to why you should, but it does work if you don't, okay? Probably helps as well that I'm not going to put the protein in, so it means that it won't be so dense in there. So it does have more room in there. Mix with a spatula. Yeah, it always stirs itself. It's perfectly fine. Insert the measuring cup, and one thing to note is it says 7 minutes. Check your pasta as to how long it requires. If it needs 12 minutes to cook, put 12 minutes on the timer. If it requires 20 minutes to cook, put 20 minutes. If it takes 10, take 10. Okay, whatever it needs to be on there. So I'm going to put, actually I think mine's 15 minutes, the gluten-free. 100 degrees, off it goes, slow stir, reverse. I do love the guided recipes because in the past without guided recipes, I was one to forget the reverse button. And when you forget the reverse button, it doesn't make for a very nice risotto or pasta or even curry because you chop up your meat. So I do love guided recipes where it does it for you. So in 15 minutes, this is going to be ready to serve up to the kids, good to go. Little note, if you do need to extend your cook time, because obviously this is at the boil, the context is actually back down to 40 degrees. Although the bowl would make me think it's probably a little bit warmer. That bowl is quite hot, so it won't take long to get up to temp. But you may find you need to add an extra few minutes. Just hit the back arrow, scale that 7 minutes down to 2 or 3 minutes and do it a little bit longer. But it'll be perfect and you'll really be impressed. It is an amazing recipe and so versatile. So that's it from me tonight. If you need more inspiration, earlier today I did both orange juice and I did the bread. Check out the loaf of bread. I need to put the pictures up. It was phenomenal. All right, there's nothing left. Hey, by the way, don't worry about that sound. That's just one bit of pasta that's just going under the blades and popping out the other side. So don't stress about that sound. But yeah, check out those videos today of how to make orange juice, 2 ingredients, ice and orange to make that in the Thermomix, and 31 and 5 owners, I give you tips as well. And then check out the video on how to make the most amazing loaf of bread in your Thermomix. All right, guys, if I can support you in any way with your Thermomix, do reach out. We still have black available, so get in quick if you want to get a black on your bench. They are dispatching. I've just seen dispatch notices go through my email account the last probably half an hour. So if you want to get one on your bench, now is the time while we still have them available, and they're coming with a oval and a round black thermoserver as well, which is pretty cool. If you're not keen on the black, but you're keen on the classic, it's coming with a free 2.6 litre thermoserver as well. So that's it from me today. Have a fantastic afternoon and evening. Reach out if I can support you or someone around you with your Thermomix or getting a Thermomix, and I look forward to coming back and helping you get more inspiration and confidence with your Thermomix tomorrow. So take care, and I'll see you then. Bye guys.